Hi guys, I'm going to show you how to create a PeerMark assignment in Turnitin. So the first thing you want to do is add a content block, go to Messages and Activities, and then go down to LTI and SCORM. Down to your school, so I will go to Hampshire Turnitin. Name it Save and Configure. And now the assignment has been created. So I can go ahead and click the X and this activity has been saved as draft. And I'm going to go into the settings. So these are the settings that you looked at the other day in Module 1. I'm going to, choose whether I want it to be a submission of any file type so I can, let my students submit Google Slides or PowerPoint or, whatever. You always want to make sure you choose your start due date and feedback release date, all that kind of stuff. Go down to optional settings, pick all of these settings that you want, but here's the important one. You want to go ahead and click yes to add PeerMark assignment. That will allow you to get to all of the PeerMark settings. So after I've hit yes on that, I'm going to scroll down and hit submit. So now when I'm looking at the settings, I've got assignment inbox settings, PeerMark setup, and PeerMark reviews. If I click on PeerMark setup, now I'm in here. I've got the start date, due date, and all of that kind of stuff. And I have all of these new options that I can choose from. Award full points if review is written, allow students to view author and reviewer names. That has to do with whether or not you want these peer reviews to be anonymous. Allow students without a paper to review. So do you want the kid who didn't turn anything in to still review somebody else's paper? Allow submitters to read all papers after start date. So do you want them to be able to read everybody's stuff? Allow students to read all papers and all reviews after feedback release date. Do you want everyone to be able to see what everyone else got? How many papers you want each person to review. So here you've got the choice, is PeerMark going to automatically distribute the papers, or do you want the kids to be able to pick? So if you let them view author and reviewer names and then say PeerMark's going to distribute 0, students are going to be able to select 1. Now they can peer review their friends' papers. But if you make PeerMark distribute 1, then it's totally randomized. And you might want to make it anonymous in that case. I don't know. That's totally up to you. Require self-review. Again, do you want them to review their own paper during this time as well? Again, up to you. Now in here you can also choose questions that they'll have to answer about the paper that they're reviewing. So if I look in the sample library here, there are a bunch of really great questions already written for you. Rate the paper's overall readability. What interested you the most? Does it sustain a cohesive or a coherent point of view, etc. So I can go ahead and add the selected questions and it adds those in for me. Distribution, I'm not going to be able to show you this because I don't have any students in my class right now. And now if I go into peer reviews, PeerMark reviews, I as the teacher can go ahead and look at this once all of the assignments are in. So once I've done all of that setup stuff, I can go ahead and hit publish. Again, the most important thing to remember is that you won't even be able to get to these 2 features unless you go into the settings, click on optional settings, scroll down, and and make sure that you do enable PeerMark. And I'm scrolling too much so that I can't see it right now, but it's in there somewhere. I don't even know. And then go ahead and hit publish. And remember, Turnitin's due dates supersede Haiku's due dates. So it doesn't really matter what this says. What matters is what Turnitin says. And go ahead and hit finish. Oh, geez. Where'd it go? There we go. And then it shows up on your page, and it's right there. So thanks for watching. I hope that you guys find PeerMark really cool. I do. And all right, talk to you later.